Good morning. It's the 23rd. It's the 23rd of December, which means we're getting that much closer to the end of that much closer to Christmas and that much closer to the new year. So I'm really excited. And I'm Amy from A Star Reads, and this is my 12 Days of Christmas Carol Advent Calendar Challenge. And it's time to be reading Those Who Dwell Below. This is my 8th Day of Christmas book by Aviaq Johnston. I'm really excited about getting to this one, and hopefully this won't take me too long. It's a middle grade book. I'm thinking if not one day, it shouldn't take longer than 2 days. I have big plans to do some grocery shopping and stuff because we're probably gonna get snowed in this weekend. And so probably best to do any Christmas shopping and whatnot today. I just don't know how motivated I feel to go out there and brave the busy stores because I was out last weekend and it was crazy. And so I imagine it's gonna be even worse today. But one thing I really need to do is work on updating my game. I want to do 2 videos. One video that talks about all the new rule changes and all the things that are different about my game. And 2, a TBR for January. And I haven't started working on it. And I've got to finish my day 6 vlog because I'm behind on the most recent vlogs. So yeah, that's my plans for today. As far as anything Christmassy, I guess not today, not today. I got my booster shot yesterday. I'm feeling well today. I don't have any side effects at this point. My arm is tender, but aside from that, I'm not feeling ill or anything, so that's good. Oh, and Merry Bookmas. I almost forgot to update that. So we're at a place where I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tropes I still needed to fulfill. And I realized that P2 in Those Who Dwell Below, he is the chosen one to be the next shaman. And so he's learning how to become a shaman so that he can take over that role. And so yeah, that works for the chosen one trope, and that's fantastic. I looked over these and I was trying to think, would any of them work for 12 Drummers Drumming or Murder at Melrose Court? And no, they really don't. So I'm still short on friends or enemies to lovers, games or competitions, retellings, and fake dating. So fingers crossed that 9, 10, 11, 12 will cover some of those tropes.
We're
almost there.
Oh, our daily openings are going to go away. Ooh, that one that I didn't get.
You haven't got the coconut one yet. I figured you had to get that one.
Oh, yeah.
What do I get for my... Oh, another butter pecan, I think this is. Or is it caramel? What's Alice got for you today?
Let's look and see.
Ooh.
A big one.
Ooh, big one!
I mean, it's fat and everything. Oh, it's heart-shaped. I bet it's mini. Oh, it is mini. I can tell because there's her bow. It isn't heart-shaped.
It's mini-shaped.
Oh, I never saw this one before. Oh my God, that's cute.
Isn't that cute? So pretty, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like raised.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, that's really
awesome. Oh my God, that's cute.
Yay!
Oh, I love that Santa, Amy. Oh, look at the horns.
It's Chernabog, the guy from Fantasia. The bad guy from Fantasia? It has to be.
Let's see. Chernabog.
Oh, a headhunter. Oh, this is the Jungle Cruise. Oh, I love it. I love the Jungle Cruise. That's my favorite ride. So Tiki Room's my favorite attraction. Jungle Cruise is my favorite ride. This is part of that set. That's awesome.
Did you get more on the set, I hope?
Yeah, you gave me like 5 of this set. Okay, so I have been kind of busy this morning. Like, I was editing my day 6 vlog. And then I was like, I gotta get stuff done around the house. So I like set a timer so that way I would just, keep working until the timer went up. And I think I am not feeling that great since getting the vaccination, because now I'm like, I feel like I ran a marathon. So I'm gonna sit down and start reading Those Who Dwell Below by Aviaq Johnston, get myself back together again. And maybe I'll go shopping today. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely feeling like, wow, that 30 minutes of just doing stuff around the house like completely wiped me out. I got a little cocky, I guess. the author's note before getting started, and it says, I am a collection of languages, customs, and stories from across Inuit Nunangat. And this means that P2 is 2. And so I really like that Aviaq Johnston's explaining where she got all these stories from, what she's pulling from. She even said that some of the language is slightly different in here based off some of the dialects because she speaks more than one dialect, and so she pulls from different elements of her own experience. And then it also says how in one of the cultures that she comes from, this particular type of monster is considered one thing, whereas in another culture it's considered another thing. So like she's explaining how her choices came about and how they represent who she is because she comes from multiple cultures within the Arctic area. I really like, especially when it comes to folklore type stories, when the authors give you that background information, especially when it's own voices, and just hearing where they pulled their information from, hearing the experiences they had as a child. I think it's very valuable, and I think it adds the experience. Getting started on the renovation project for my game. But first, the 24th day of Christmas.
Oh, our last day. Advent calendar, you're going away.
Woohoo! Mint.
What do I have?
Wasn't that black cherry or black forest, like cherry?
We'll try it.
Mom's using a black forest.
And it tastes like it.
Tastes like the forest?
Tastes like chocolate and strawberry, cherry.
Cherry, yeah. With Donald.
The 24th.
And classic cutie. Oh, that's you, Mom. Okay, let's see what you got.
Ooh.
A pin.
I've got a big one. How about you?
Wow, a really big one. It's huge. Oh, what is it?
Oh, I think it's
Last guessing.
Minnie and Mickey on a sleigh, because this kind of looks like a
kinda
sleigh,
looks like a
doesn't
sleigh.
it?
Yeah, it does kind of look like a sleigh.
I'm close.
It says, sweet as pumpkin pie, happy Thanksgiving 2021.
Oh my
Isn't
gosh.
that cute? Mom loves the holiday pins. Like anytime there's holiday pins.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
because
always want
holidays are fabulous. Look
Yeah,
at how
it's
cute.
really cute.
Oh, I love this.
Whoa. It looks like, is this a moon? With a whole bunch of people around it? I wonder,
Blue moon.
the one thing I can think of is the moon is like Little Mermaid when she's sitting in front of the moon. Well, the other fancy one you got me was Little Mermaid, Sword in the Stone, so what's one of the other ones? Maybe Alice in Wonderland? I'm trying to think of the other ones that were there. Robin Hood? Did they have a Robin Hood one?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Okay, I'm gonna say Robin Hood. Oh, Cinderella! Okay, this is my favorite princess movie. Yes.
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now are you, dear old man? Whisper what you bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney, broad and black, with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one. You'll be sure to know. Johnny wants a pair of skates. Susie.
So it's Christmas Eve, and I am feeling better today. Thank goodness. Because I was really sick last night. About 3 o'clock is when it started hitting me. and it just got worse and worse and worse. It was not feeling good. It felt like I had a flu, like a really bad flu, and my body was just so sore. Was starting to run a fever, and just was not, it was not a good night. So I got, I think, to page 50 in Those Who Dwell Below, and I'm enjoying it so far. I think I enjoyed the first one more at this point, but we'll see how it goes. I'm having fun reading that one. I'm kind of having fun reading that one. I had a really hard time reading last night. I just was not feeling good. And so even reading didn't feel good. And then I had a hard time sleeping because I was hurting, you know, like physically it was hurting. Everything was hurting. And who knew that your lymph nodes swelling was a side effect of getting the COVID booster, because that didn't feel good either. That's basically where the lymph nodes in your armpits start hurting and they swell and they hurt really bad. So those are still sore, but the rest of it is feeling better today. Just definitely tender and taking care of myself. I did a lot of wrapping of gifts today. Haven't finished all of them, but at least I started that. And I do need to go grocery shopping. I've been putting it off all day, but Costco closes at 5 and Hagen's closes at 8. So I'm gonna go get those done now. And then actually this evening, because I am feeling so much better than I was yesterday, I am gonna go to my friend's house and spend some time with them with their Christmas get-together thing, which will be nice. And we will have dinner, and we usually do some kind of games, Christmassy stuff, and then we often have like an artsy competition. And last year I won. I made a cute little reindeer guy. I'm pretty good at making things out of clay, so you'll see if they change the style of the art this time, because then I probably won't win, or I won't do quite as well. But yeah, it was lucky that they decided to go with modeling, because I'm pretty good at that stuff. So that's my plans for Christmas Eve, and hopefully I'll get to read more of Those Who Dwell Below, but it looks like I'm not going to finish that one today. Last night getting sick really threw a wrench in things, and I would have gotten a lot more finished yesterday had I not felt so ill. All these things are happening today, and that's okay. I'm ready to enjoy Christmas Eve, and I think around 9 p.m. tonight is when the snow is supposed to start falling. So this year Santa ordered up snow for us. We're going to get a lot of snow tomorrow. Weather always changes here, so a lot could mean 1 inch to up to, I heard something like it could get up to like 16 inches, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Probably closer to 5 to 8 inches is what I'm guessing. All right, so I'm back from my Christmas Eve party, and it was so much fun. Great to see my friends. Haven't seen them in a while. So it was good to spend time with them, and we had a wonderful dinner, just got to chat and catch up. We had a cookie decorating contest, as you saw in the little video clips, and I won. Second year in a row, I'm the winner. And so my little buddy that won was this dog, which turned out pretty darn cute. So the original goal of this was to take cookies that were already pre-shaped. So this one was originally a stocking. You had to make it into something that wasn't what the cookie originally was. So my cookie was originally a stocking. I turned it into a little Christmas dog. So I thought it turned out so cute. And this got the most votes. Woohoo! Winner! We got to do 2 cookies. We got to submit 2 cookies for voting. And there were 4 of us, so each of us submitted 2 cookies. And then my other cookie, which actually got a lot of votes as well, was this dragon. So maybe if you look at it from this direction, you can see that it was originally a house. And I was like looking at it for a while, and I thought, oh, if I turn it this way, it kind of has a dragon shape. And so I made a cute little dragon. And it turned out pretty well. And I'm really glad that I got out of the house and I saw some friends, because I'm becoming a bit of a hermit these days. But it was a blast. And I'm ready for Christmas Day, which is tomorrow, except that I'm not done with my book. So, you know, well, tomorrow is another day, I guess. Hey, good morning. What do you think about this, Isaac? It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow, snow. I wanna wash my hands, my face, and hair in snow.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yay! Good morning. It's the 26th of December, and I haven't done much updating actually because, I've been doing a lot of different things, but haven't updated on this book at all. I am over halfway, not quite finished yet. This has taken me longer than I expected, but mostly because of holiday stuff. I've been keeping really busy with all the stuff that we need to do to celebrate and spend time with friends and family, and it's been wonderful. It's been really wonderful, just not conducive to reading. The snow has gotten thicker and deeper, and today there's gonna be a lot of wind, so it's not a day for going outside because I think it's 12 degrees Fahrenheit. I am gonna be happy to stay home, and I have to work on my TBR game because it's already the 26th. I'm so behind, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't have any plans after this for the whole week. No plans, none whatsoever. The only plans are work on editing my vlogs and getting them up, doing my TBR game and getting that stuff up, and then continuing on with these reads and getting through them. Now, let's talk about Those Who Dwell Below. So this is a continuation of the first book. It's hard for him because life has changed. The people around him are treating him differently because he's a shaman now. And a lot of the people, even though they know and love P2, they're really afraid of the spirit world and the spirits. So as much as they respect their shaman, they're also kind of afraid of their shaman. So he gets kind of held a little bit at arm's length, and there are some people who really don't trust him and don't like him. P2 really early on gets a message that there are some problems in a village which is nearby. All their animals have gone and we don't know why. So that's where he is right now. He's in this other village and he's trying to figure out how to make things better. And I think this is going to help him grow in his journey as a shaman. So this was not quite as action-packed as the first one. The first one we spent a lot more time within the spirit world. But I really do like the storytelling that Aviaq Johnston's doing here. It feels very genuine. It feels very original. I love learning all the everyday, what would seemingly be mundane activities of these people. It shows you so much about their culture, about who they are. Like, she talks a lot about Inuit sunglasses. They're made out of bone, and I looked up pictures of them because I was like, oh wow, how do you make sunglasses out of caribou bone? I have no clue. So then I was looking that up, and then I was also looking up stone lamps that the Inuit use because I was curious what they use to make light, especially that would last a long time. During a good portion of the year, the sun doesn't actually come up. I mean, I think it gets lighter, but the sun doesn't actually ever come up. So I was just curious what kind of things they're using on an everyday basis. And so this book is really cool in that it's teaching me so much about a different culture. So I should point out that this is a fiction and it's based off folklore. So it's not necessarily an accurate representation of the modern version of these communities. I would say that this is more of an historical version of the culture of these communities. And of course, these are important elements to the history within these Inuit communities. And so that's really all I have at this moment. I'm gonna finish this hopefully today, but I'm not going to put any pressure on myself because I really want to get to my TBR game. And we'll see how it goes. It's a pretty quick read. It's just that I haven't had time to sit down and read it that much. It's not as quick of a read as other middle grades because there's actually quite a few words on each page. One thing I can say for sure about this is that it's matching my environment really well right now because everything about this is cold and icy and snowy. So the atmosphere in this is very much wintertime, and that's what I'm experiencing around me right now. So this is a good read for this time of the year. Okay, so I am here at spot number 76, which is there. So basically I have done everything I need to do all the way up through here. So I've gotten at least halfway, yeah, so I'm pretty much halfway through the board. I've made changes like these guys, the little spinners. I'm changing actually most of these, even though they look pretty much the same. So many of these prompts actually have been changed. And then I'm trying to glue them better so that when I fold this board up, these aren't coming up like they always do. This isn't gonna change. The spinner itself is not gonna change, but the rules are changing and a lot, if not most of the prompts have been changing. So I'm working it. We're getting there. And I'm halfway done. Hopefully tomorrow I can finish it and then maybe film my rules video. It's December 26th and I have finished Those Who Dwell Below by Aviaq Johnston. I was able to just power through this one today and it was really good. I'm not quite sure. I've been feeling 4 stars throughout reading this, and I think 4 stars is probably a good rating for this. However, the ending really picked up a lot and there was so much emotional impact in this. I mean, this was a lot more focused on trauma, generational trauma, pain and suffering, and a lot of things that weren't quite as at the forefront of the first book. This one, you're really focusing on not just generational trauma, but also like community trauma, community neglect and issues. So there was some heavy subject matter in this one. Things such as rape and abuse and neglect. And these topics weren't talked about in detail, but it was definitely a theme of this and the issues that some of the people were going through within the communities. So I really liked the conversation around this. I'm just curious how a younger audience would handle this material. I've seen some people say that they have read this to their class. I'm curious what grades they were reading it to. Because the first book definitely felt like a book you could read to a younger audience, but this one had some, like I said, darker subject matter. I'm gonna have to do some looking into this and seeing what age range is most appropriate for this book. But I loved the emotional impact of it. You know, there wasn't as much action in this book as there was in the first book, but there was so much more that you gained from understanding the community, understanding the culture, and I really liked it. I really, really liked it. And I loved the setting like I did the first one. Really enjoyed the characters a lot. P2 is a great main character for the story. And so I'm gonna go with 4 stars, but the ending made me feel like maybe 4.25, which I think is what I gave the first book. I recommend it. Aviaq Johnston's a fantastic storyteller, and I really enjoy hearing this own voice's perspective, something that I don't get to hear very often or read about very often. And I think it is done so well here. And I hope that Aviaq Johnston just keeps writing, and I just get to keep reading more of their work. Now it's time. Now, I can't believe it. Okay, so we have 5 days left in the month, and I've got 4 books left to read. So we're gonna see how this is going. But hey, I will say that I'm doing really well on getting my TBR game going. You know, had very little time to get it together, and I'm getting it together because I need to get my videos up for that. I am not, however, doing very good about getting my vlogs edited and posted. So that's a priority at the moment, and then I'll get these videos up. So things are going well. Things are just going well. I'm just enjoying one step at a time. I feel so much more relaxed, and so I'm not as worried about it, which feels good. So we'll just see how things go, and we'll see what the next book is. I'm excited because I don't know where this is going to take me. You know, there are so many different types of options, and I can't even guess anymore because, yeah, it's just, who knows? I've been surprised. Not that I'm surprised that this came up. It was just so different after reading 12 Drummers Drumming. Like, it was fun to read something so completely different. So we'll see what I'm going to get for number 9. I'm getting close to the end. I'm getting close. Let's hope that I can keep moving forward. All right. Here it is. Here it is. And which direction does this guy go? Does he go that way? I don't know. I think he goes that way, right? They go upside down. Sloths. Nope. Nurture Shock. Oh, nonfiction. But this is an audiobook. Oh, so that's actually really good. Okay, cool. So this one's actually on my TBR. Nurture Shock is a nonfiction book about parenting, but I don't know why it initially interested me and why I put it on my TBR, but it was on there and it worked for the line that I needed it for. And I am interested in learning about parenting. I know I'm not a parent myself, but I'm going to be a teacher and I'm going to be dealing with a lot of parents. And I just think it's a subject that I'm very interested in anyways. And so I'm excited to read this. And it's an audiobook, which I think is perfect because I need one of those right now because I can listen to this while I'm working on my TBR game. So very, very excited about that. And that's my next book. So it's 336 pages as an audiobook. I'll have to see how many hours that is. I'll update you tomorrow when I find out. And I'm oddly enthusiastic about it because it just seems like a weird choice. I know. I like to put some nonfiction on this TBR just to kind of add something different. And I'm excited that one of them came up. And I'm really interested to see what kind of information I'm going to get from this. Am I going to like it? I don't know. We'll find out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens on the 9th day of Christmas my true love gave to me, Nurture Shock. That's odd. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.